everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Interstellar Modeler. Well, I guess it's my turn now to put in my 2 cents here about the Battlestar Galactica kit here from Moebius Models. This is something that many of us have been waiting a long time for. For those of you younger than I am, I was around when Battlestar Galactica debuted way back in September of 1978. You have to understand this event was pretty huge on TV. You're talking about a show that was the most expensive show of its time. And for us model builders, what was exciting is that John Dykstra of Star Wars fame was involved in both the special effects and model designs. Now, whether you're a fan of the old series or not, as a model builder, you can no doubt appreciate the amount of work it took to create the studio miniature. For me personally, when I first saw the Galactica roll across screen, I wanted a replica of it. So, of course, many of us wanted a model of it, and what did we get? We got the old monogram kit. This, of course, is the model that all of us loved to bash because it wasn't a very good model kit to begin with, but it was the only one available for many, many years. As you know, I featured this earlier in a video and went over how I added all this detailing here to try to make it look a bit more presentable. But even with all these added modifications, the kit is still inaccurate. So all you have to do is pull out any piece from this kit and you will see the difference. Let me just show you here, for example, this is the forward part of the ship, of course. And you can see on the monogram kit they tried to create somewhat of a facsimile of what we saw on screen, but when you put them side by side there just is no comparison. The detailing is very screen accurate here. Even the shape of the front section is very similar to what we saw on screen. Here, of course, is the middle section of the ship, and you can compare it side by side. I'll try to give you some shadows here. You can see there's a lot more scribing on the surface here to show the hull panels, which will come out great when we paint the model. And but again, if you just compare pictures of the studio miniature to what you see on the Moebius kit versus the old monogram kit, you will definitely see the difference and the attention to detail that Moebius is now famous for. Now, if there was any section of the monogram kit that I thought was fairly decent, it was the surface detail that they applied to the landing bays, but even that pales in comparison to what we get now with the Moebius kit. Even the landing bays are a bit wider, like they should be, and of course they include the end caps, which were missing with the monogram kit to begin with. So I guess that's enough bashing for now. We'll go ahead and push this old monogram kit aside here. Let me just kind of go over and tell you what I have in store here for the Moebius kit. Now, the one thing I've already done was to wash all the model parts. That's one thing that I do before I begin any build. That's important to do because there are some residues and oils that could be left on the surface of the manufacturing process, and you'll have a better chance of your paints adhering if you just wash the parts off. I used a dishwashing liquid and warm water and soaked them in there, scrubbed them a little bit, and then air dried them. So step one will be to prime the model and also to light block the interior, because I do plan to light the model. And so this will be the first time I will be using fiber optic lighting. So you'll be walking through it with me because I've never done this before. I went ahead and bought my fiber optics supplies from the fiberopticsstore.com. It's a great resource. And they have some kits that they put together to make it easy to order. What I did was I ordered one that contained these 3 different sizes. I really wasn't sure what size to go with, so I went ahead and did that. And it's not a complete waste because I do plan, if this works well, to use fiber optics for other models in the future. So this particular kit cost me only about 20 bucks, so not very expensive, and each of these rolls contains about 50 feet of fiber optics cable, and that should be pretty adequate for this model. I'm going to go with the smaller size cable here for this kit, and what I plan to do is to light up, first of all the windows, and that's going to be accomplished by drilling little portholes, or the little holes for the portholes in the bridge area, along the sides of the ship here, and also there are lights along the length of the kit here as well. So that is probably what's going to take the most time at the beginning, and so you're going to have to kind of bear with me here because I'm not going to move as quickly on this kit as I have with others in the past. So I will be posting videos to keep you apprised of my progress, of course. But that's probably going to take a little bit of time to do that because I plan to use a pin vise to drill out all the different windows. I do plan to light the engine section, and I'm thinking about using the flickering LEDs that I use with my Viper model. I'm just not 100% sure of that, but I will be lighting that section as well. And then of course I'll be lighting the landing bays with LEDs. Now the model comes with the forced perspective picture that we are so used to seeing as we looked down the landing bays that represented the interior of the landing bay. And just like I did with this one, I plan to place an LED in each of the landing bays so that we can illuminate them and hopefully be able to see inside. And lastly, the color that I plan to use with this Moebius kit is the same I used with the Monogram kit, and that's Tester's light gray. I think that color represents a true white-gray mixture. If you look at the studio miniature, it was painted a pretty light color, and it doesn't have the almond-type hue that the camouflage grays tend to have. So I'm going to go with that Tester's light gray. So I'm going to end the video here for now. If you have any questions, although I'm not sure how many questions you'd have at this point, let me know. Of course, you can always drop me a line at my YouTube channel or email me. And as usual, I want to thank you for watching. So let's go ahead and get this adventure started, and I will see you in the next video.